Today we are talking about Dead or Alive again, but this time it's not about 6. So there has been a lot of speculation around Xtreme 3 Scarlet and the possible changes that it could receive across its different platforms. Now this is a game that isn't releasing in the West, but all versions that are launching in Japan do have English support, as well as you can purchase it from Play Asia, so there are ways to get it in your hands if you do want it. But even with the versions that are releasing in Japan, this game is receiving censorship even though it's not coming to the West, and of course, the censorship is by Sony. Now, I hate to throw one specific company under the spaceship here, but lately Sony is the one throwing censorship on top of every single game that we've talked about, so I can't help it, because they are the only one in this situation that is throwing censorship around. Xtreme Scarlet trailers do show the game having the bikini wear-down features in all of the versions of the game, but now we're finding out that the PlayStation 4 edition of the game will not have this feature. So that means trailers for the Nintendo Switch version did have the feature, meaning Sony is censoring the game and Nintendo isn't. This also means that there's going to be costumes that won't be available to be in the game in the PlayStation 4 version, since they're seen as too revealing, which also takes away from an experience that maybe a collector might have. There are a lot of people that when it comes to these games, they like to collect every outfit, every skin, everything that they can, and to have all of this progress in one spot, and now they will unfortunately have to be disappointed with the fact that it's in other versions of the games, but not the one that they have put so much time and effort into. This really frustrates me, as someone that tries to collect all of the trophies or all of the outfits in a lot of games that I personally love. It really frustrates me when exclusives are brought to different consoles and not on the console that I am playing on. It makes me want to repurchase it and start all over again, and if you already have a lot of progress in it, you're not going to want to do that, so it's super frustrating. In terms of censorship, this has been happening a lot lately. Not just, of course, with this game, but Sony has, of course, been on a streak of censoring a lot of specific type of games on their platform, most of which are the mature-rated games, whereas Nintendo has been very light-handed with censorship. Quickly, I did want to tell you that I did do a video discussing the mature-rated games and how they've been receiving censorship lately and how I personally don't agree with it, so make sure to check out that video. I will link it in the description, but I did put a lot of thought into it, and it is a very important video to me. So if you are someone that experiences a lot of censorship in the games that you prefer to play, make sure to check out that video. Both Sony and Nintendo have changed so much. Sony has taken a step back when it comes to allowing consumers choices, whereas Nintendo has really stepped up and raised the bar. Nintendo used to be so specific on what made it onto their consoles and in their platforms. They wouldn't even allow game covers to be revealing and have revealing art on them. And now they're allowing games like this to be a member of their platform, which I personally think is great. I know that Nintendo isn't always the best in terms of situations like this. They definitely haven't been in the past, and even recently they've censored things themselves, but even small steps in a good direction are very important, and Sony, I just feel like at this point, I think that they're going back. They're changing their policies for a stricter variation of games, a stricter variation of genres and art styles, and it's personally really disappointing. One thing that truly impresses me here, though, is how Nintendo really believes and has faith in their parental lockout feature, which is obviously why they're allowing these more adult games and adult titles on their platforms. They have made this software and they have full trust in it to do its job. They aren't avoiding using it. Nintendo marketed the Switch as a console for Nintendo fans, older and newer, and they've truly proven that. Since they're not taking the easy way out, and they have in the past with mature-rated games and themes, they're not doing that anymore. They're allowing consumers to have a choice of what they want to purchase, and I just think that Nintendo is doing really good and going in a great direction now that the Switch is just over 2 years old. I just think that they really have faith in what they've created, and they have faith in the games that are coming to their platforms. They are seeing sales, they are seeing people be interested in it, in the variation, and I just think that they're doing a great job lately. You guys will have to let me know your thoughts on Nintendo really stepping the boundaries and really raising the bar in terms of games that they allow on the platform, and how I personally feel, and you might feel as well, that Sony is taking a step back. Unfortunately, with Xtreme 3 Scarlet, even though it is not coming in the West, you can purchase it like I had said, and if you wanted to purchase it, now you might not want to purchase it because you already had the step of it not coming to the West, but now you also have to deal with the fact that it is receiving censorship on one specific platform. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys again in the next one really soon.